Hey, so this is the second half of my 1 month video log. There are a couple of other things that I wanted to talk about. And I tried making this video a little bit earlier, and I find I'm just really tired right now, so I'm trying to get this in before I go to bed. But just bear with me if I don't know, you're going to tell I'm tired. You're going to be able to tell I'm tired. I have this little list here of things that I wanted to talk about, so I'm kind of referring to this list a little bit. So some of the things that I just wanted to mention were what medications I'm on right now. I'm only on Lyrica right now, which is nice just to be on one drug, and soon enough I'll have a day where I'm not on any medication, and I'm really looking forward to that. But for a long time, the Lyrica was really causing me to have blurry vision. And I've been using these glasses, and I've been using, I got those readers. I kind of haven't been using them as much because, yes, they work, they help a lot. The blurred vision really was only affecting me when it came to reading, and the readers helped clear that up. But I kind of felt like they were maybe a little strong. I was afraid of causing more damage to my eyes by using them, so I really haven't been using them, and I can't tell if I'm just getting used to the blurred vision or if it's starting to clear up a little bit. But that's from the Lyrica. And it's one of the things that I'm a little bit concerned about with driving. I can see big things just fine, so I don't think I'm going to have any problem. But the other thing that I've noticed is that I'm kind of just in this perpetual fog, and it's not a big deal. It's not something that other people would necessarily notice. But I noticed that I make like weird little decisions that later on I'm like, that's not something I normally would have said, or I would have done, or I would have written, or I wouldn't have made that mistake. Um, you know, Things like that. So I just feel like not all that confident in myself. And I don't know if that's from the Lyrica or if that's just where I'm at right now in my recovery. I don't know. Um, The other things that I'm taking are some supplements. I'm taking calcium plus vitamin D, and I'm taking some vitamin C, which I think my doctor wanted me to take vitamin C. I think that was mainly for because of the infection. I think it's for your immune system. But calcium plus vitamin D for obvious reasons. But I'm also trying to get a lot of calcium and vitamin D in my diet. Trying to grow bone, and it's important to get those nutrients so that you can do that. And I think this is common knowledge, but you're better off getting any nutrients through your food than you are through a supplement because you just absorb it better. So I'll still take the supplements, but I'm really trying to focus on, drinking the milk and, things like that. So kind of focusing on that right now. What else? I lost weight. I lost like 17 pounds in surgery. In all fairness, in all honesty, in all transparency, I think most of that happened during the tramadol withdrawal, because not only was I barely able to eat anything during that time for an extended time, but just the shaking that you go through, it's a lot of work. It's like exercise. So I lost a lot of weight during that time, and I'm not all that upset about it. Not how I would normally have liked to have gone about losing weight, but I'm not going to complain about having lost it. Um, and I was a little worried with the Lyrica that I would gain weight, and here I've lost weight. The reason why you gain weight when you're on Lyrica is because this is what I'm told. You get really hungry. It increases your appetite, and you start eating foods that or the amount of food that you're eating is increased. So I haven't noticed that. I typically eat 2 meals a day. I still am, and I don't think that's going to be an issue for me. I really hope, because I kind of really like the fact that I've lost this weight, and I noticed it actually in the last video. In that last video, I think at that point I'd only lost about 10 pounds, but I noticed it in my face when I looked at the video later. I'm like, wow, I look thinner. So I'm happy with that. What else? My incisions, with the exception of this one little problem I'm having, are like completely healed. I shouldn't say completely. I mean, they're still very tender. If I touch the ones on my back, I can feel it, but they're, I can put lotion on them now and stuff like that because all that itchiness went away, which I was really happy about. That's all done. Oh, the doctor said that I mentioned that to him, and he said that they put an antiseptic or something on your skin before they cut into you, and he said that I might have had an allergic reaction to it, and that might have been why I was so itchy. And that would also explain why an antihistamine would be helpful. Once I was able to put lotion on my skin, sounds like Silence of the Lambs. But once I was able to put lotion on it, it helped a lot. So I think it was just really dry. What else? What else? What else? My back pain. I've gotten some questions like, well, did the surgery work? Did it help your back pain? And the answer is a resounding yes. My back pain is gone. It really is. I think the thing that I'm most astounded by is that I've really had no pain in my back, in my spine, since the surgery. That's mind-blowing to me because I have screws in my vertebrae. How can I not have pain? But I don't. And not only do I not have pain from the surgery itself, but of course, and this was the whole point, the back pain that I had before the surgery is gone. And that's why I did this. And before the surgery, I was very anxious because you hear two different extremes. You hear some people say, this is what you need and this is what's going to relieve your pain, blah, blah, blah. And then you've got the other contingent that's always saying, don't get a fusion surgery. It's the last thing you want to do. That's just the worst thing you can do. It's, you'll be maimed for the rest of your life. And of course, I was really afraid. I'm like, oh my God, what if this is the wrong decision and I really am maimed for the rest of my life? What if something goes wrong? So of course that worry was there, that fear was there, but there was also rational thought that prevailed, and I knew, I had faith in the fact that I chose the best doctors that I could find, and that this particular surgery has really been done for so long now that they've really perfected it. They really have. And immediately after surgery, that pain was gone. And it took me a while to recognize it because, of course, I had incision pain. I had, after a while, I had some of that, sciatic pain. But once all of that was under control, I could just focus on how my back felt. And yeah, that pain's gone. I came home feeling really very good in terms of pain. The only pain that I had, and that came a little later, was the sciatic pain, and that's completely under control by the Lyrica. The doctor said that at my 6-week visit, which is in about 2 weeks from now, we're going to maybe try taking me off of the Lyrica. We'll see how it goes. I have the feeling I'm going to need to be on it longer, but we'll try going off of it. We'll see if I don't have the sciatic pain, then I won't need any medication. That would be great. But, I still have some breakthrough achiness in my sciatic nerve. If I run my hand down the back of my leg, like if I'm in the shower and I'm washing or something, I can feel it's kind of tender. It doesn't hurt necessarily, but it's just kind of tender. So I just have the feeling I'm going to need to continue to be on that medication for a while, and that's fine. It takes a long time for nerve pain to kind of calm down. That's expected. What else? The positions that I'm comfortable in, that's been kind of a little bit of an issue for me. Especially coming home from surgery, either I was flat on my back or I was completely vertical. There was really no in between. I'm just now starting to be able to have some in between. When you come home and you want to curl up on the couch and watch TV, or if you're in your bed, you like put a bunch of pillows up, against your headboard and you kind of sit, you lay back kind of like at a slant. Does that make sense? I can't do that. I'm just now starting to be able to find some positions that are, not here or here. But the problem that I have is the hardware that's in my back. It's not it's not the fact that I can't move those vertebrae. It's the two bars that are on the back of my spine. They're pressing against my muscles and skin, and it irritates it, and after a while, it really hurts. And that's why I can't sit in a position other than here or here. But like I said, in like the last week or two, it's gotten a little easier. But that might be a forever thing, and that's a little difficult to get used to. I'm gonna have to get used to it, whether I like it or not. I did ask the doctor if it's possible once the fusion is complete and full. Is it possible to have some of the hardware removed? And I'm not talking about the cage itself or the screws that hold the cage in. I'm talking about those two bars that are stabilizing the two vertebrae that are on the back of my spine. He said, yeah, you could, but that's typically not a surgery that's done. For obvious reasons. It's another surgery, it's more anesthesia, it's more incisions, and people generally don't want another surgery. It seems unnecessary. And, who knows? Maybe at that point, I will be completely used to it and it won't bother me anymore. So we'll see how it goes. If it's something I absolutely can't live with, I guess that's an option that I can discuss with him. But I don't know that he'll be too eager to do that surgery. So we'll see. But I sure am not too eager to have another surgery. But if it's something that's really making me miserable, then it's something I might have to consider. I'm not going to worry about it right now. It's irritating me now, but we'll just see. We'll see what happens. The other piece of it is that those bars are pressing against the muscle and the skin right where my incisions are. So even though those incisions are completely closed and for the most part healed, they're still tender, and you don't want to put pressure on them. And when I don't sit in a position that is either this or this, it presses against those tender areas. So that's probably part of the problem. And that achiness from that lasts for a while. I kind of regret, being in a position that's not exactly what I need. Like right now I'm sitting on the couch and, it's hard for me to sit down here and watch TV. And I like to be able to sit down here and watch TV. My sister got me one of these. I don't know if you can see it. Called a husband. This is somewhat helpful, but even with this, I can't, if I just want to kind of curl up and watch TV, I can do this for a short time, but it's not long before I'm really uncomfortable and I wind up needing to kind of sit straight up like this. And, that gets old real quick. And so I wind up spending a lot of time upstairs in my room laying on my back. I think that's part of the reason why, I'm having issues with my stamina and not being able to, being able to tolerate, being up and around, out at the doctor's office or whatever for a longer period of time because I've been spending so much time laying down. So I really need to start walking and stuff like that. It'll be really helpful once winter is done and the spring comes and the ice melts and the snow melts and I can actually get outside and start walking and stuff like that. So what else? I think that pretty much covers everything that I wanted to say. I had someone send me an email and he was asking me if, I don't remember exactly how he worded it, but basically how I'm feeling now and if I was ready to go back to work. And I said, there's no way I could go back to work right now. But I don't think he realized how close I was or how, close I was to having my surgery. But, he wanted to know, how much energy I had, I guess, how I was feeling. And I said, from the very beginning, my muscles have been strong. I've had full power to my legs. And I feel it's really important to reiterate that for other people who are considering a surgery like this. I really thought that I would be completely incapacitated, right after the surgery. And nothing could have been farther from the truth. I came home and I was able to do I've been doing stuff, honestly, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, I've been doing some things I probably shouldn't have been doing. I've done laundry. Anybody? I took out the garbage. It wasn't heavy garbage, and if it were heavy garbage, I wouldn't have taken it out. I took out the recycling. Again, it wasn't heavy recycling. If it were heavy, I would not have taken it outside. So I've done some of those things because I really felt that I could. I'm not supposed to be doing any bending, lifting, twisting, but that's almost impossible, to be perfectly honest with you. I didn't come home with any kind of a cane or a walker. The only thing I came home with was a brace to wear around your middle. I've never worn it. So really, I just feel like I haven't needed any of those things. I told you I bought one of those like shower stools. Never used it. No, that's not true. I actually did use it, but not in the shower. I used it. I put it on the outside of the shower. This is actually a helpful hint. I put it on the outside of the tub, and I sat in the chair and I put my legs in the tub so that I could shave my legs, because I haven't been able to do that standing up in the shower. And also I, kind of, I don't know, like took all the callus stuff off the bottom of my feet. And that's not something I could do standing up in the shower either. So I'm not ready for that just yet. But that stool was helpful in that respect, to finally be able to shave my legs. But that's the only thing I used it for. So I've really been very capable and have had full power to my whole body. And the only problem I'm having is not getting tired quickly. That's what happens. I get tired quickly, and I'm tired right now. It's late, and I'm starting to really feel it. But that's it. Things are going really, really, really well. So if you're out there wondering, should I have the surgery? My answer to you would be, yeah. I think this is exactly what I need to move on with my life and be able to start doing the things that I love to do, and some of the things that I need to do, and things that I haven't been able to do for a really long time. And the nurse that works in my school said to me, after you have this done, you're probably going to be saying to yourself, I wish I'd done this years ago. And I have the feeling that's exactly how I'm going to feel when all is said and done. I'm already starting to feel that way. So I don't think you should have any qualms about going into a surgery like this. If you're in a lot of pain, you don't need to be in that pain. And, you find yourself a really, really good surgeon who you trust really, really well, and do it. I say do it. You might have some problems, but at the end of all of it, I think it's going to be worth it to go through it so that you can move on with the rest of your life. So, you have to, weigh the pros and the cons, but I think at the end of all of it, it's worth it. So I'm going to end there so I can go to sleep. And that's it. So 1 month, and I am doing really well. I just need to work on a couple of things, and all the worst of it is behind me. And at least I think so. It's really close to being behind me. And that's it. Good night.